Hi, gang. Welcome back to a little bit of a windy but blue sky kind of day. If you're following along with me in order, the last video I had to cut off just a hair abruptly, and I apologize for that. That was not the intent, but with the melting snow, Tonka discovered a present from the cats, and that would be in the form of a dead mouse. And he decided that he was going to play with it, and we're just not going to disrespect the dead that way. So I had to stop things a little bit abruptly and take care of business, and I apologize for that. I didn't give you my usual sign off, but I won't forget this time. So things are melting, which is amazing, fabulous, fantastic, can't wait. But just as fast as it's melting, I'm going to complain now, because now we're getting mud. I've got snow all over here and mud by the coop. You can't win. You know what? You just can't win. But look at the pond. There's water. There's a swimming hole. There's happy ducks. And that's pretty much all I have to say. So I think we're on the upward swing, guys. I mean, certainly I don't want to jinx myself, but I think we're on the upward swing. The snow, it's funny. It is melting. It is going away, but the ground was so dry and the weather has been so dry that it's just kind of shrinking. It isn't melting and disappearing. It's just, it went from being 16 inches tall to being more like 4 inches tall. So it's disappearing, but it's not exactly, it's still not exactly passable for the human, at least not easily. The geese are having no problem navigating. Although you can see they're on the crust of ice. They certainly don't break through. And look how cautiously they're walking. They're very funny. But we are deep into breeding season for the geese. So I'm expecting an egg. I keep telling you that. Look, they're sliding. That's hilarious. I would say, let's see, you're going to see this. Today is the 12th, so you'll see this the 13th, I think, if you're watching it the day I post it. So yeah, we're at this point, probably for you, one day before we get some goose eggs, and it's usually just a single egg, right? Just one starts and then the rest sort of kick in. But we're getting there, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to go out to that back corner, which seems to be where they're congregating, but we'll figure it out. I will get there. I will make my way. I will find a frozen egg and be very disappointed that I can't hatch it, or at least even try to hatch it. But it will give me hope that there is spring coming. Meanwhile, turkeys, guinea, chickens are all happy. All the dogs are back here exploring. Despite the snow and the misery, they're happy. The sunshine makes a big difference. The wind stinks, honestly. It's when the wind is blowing, and it's laid down for a second now, so yay. But the wind is still making it pretty chilly. But without that wind and this sun, I mean, look at these skies. It's darn near warm out. The solar is working fabulously. Our aeration has kicked up to max, and it has made a nice swimming hole. And you can see how they're working the edges, right? So, I mean, this is all I've had to talk to you about for weeks now. So I know you got to be done with me and everything that we got going on. But unfortunately, until more of this snow melts, and hopefully it will. Yes. Thank you, turkey. Hopefully it will. One more time. Hopefully it will. Once it melts, we'll be in good shape. Everybody will be much happier. I'll be knee deep in mud, but honestly, at this point, I will trade knee deep in mud for knee deep in snow. So I hope that you have a swimming pool just as big as our duckies, and that you're just as fun as our turkeys who are getting ready for breeding season too. Look at those bright blue heads on our boys. Everybody's got their displays going. All the girls aren't even outside. They're so disinterested right now. But the boys are ready. And they're doing what they should be doing, which is responding to me. Isn't that right, boys? All right. I'm going to leave you with some chicken butts and a duck butt. And I will wish you all a fabulous day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be kind. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye for now.